Now we'll go for specific settings. Right now we're set to video camera mode, the green. So this button gets you in the first level. Right now the two gears are green, that's for global. Arrow around. Now you see the gear with box. This is for specific settings. Push the on off, takes you one level down. This is where this screen will look familiar to you because it's similar to how you choose the function the camera will do. But this says I don't want to switch it to video mode, it's already there. I want to change the settings for video mode, hence the gears beside each of the pictures. The on-off switch drills you down. And now, here we are. This is for video only. The resolution, I've maxed out the resolution. I've maxed out frame rate. Those, you can trade off the quality of the picture for saving memory. My advice, keep the quality high. You've got 100 gig on this thing. So I would say, my advice, don't change that. Don't change that. That too affects the quality versus size. Field of view. This is really a form of digital zoom, and digital zoom sucks, trust me. You might as well leave it wide. If you make it narrower, all it does is cuts off the image, but you don't get any more pixels. Exposure. Right now I've got it set to neutral. You can play with this. Again, this button here gets you into here. You can make it, you can overexpose or underexpose with this. Might be something you want to play with. Push the button without changing anything, gets you back to here. Self timer, I haven't done anything with that. Video tagging, that's really complicated to explain. Video tag info, same. Car DVR mode. This is where I get my videos that I put to Facebook on from my car. You might want this because what this does, if you select it, you'll notice there's a check mark, an M, and an X. If you put it to the check mark and you select, it boots you out, and you'll notice a picture of a car here. What this does is when you plug in the power cable, the USB cable, into there, and you plug it into your cigarette lighter, as soon as you start your car, it sends power to the camera switches on automatically. And it will start taking video automatically. At least that's what it's supposed to do, and I should get back to that in a sec. When you stop your car, and you turn off the ignition, the power shuts off to this, it shuts off the video, shuts off the camera. So it switches on and starts taking video automatically and shuts off automatically. You can set this up with a suction cup, which I'll get into later. And then you can just sort of leave it in your vehicle, as I do. Now here's another thing. See, that's that 1 minute screen off thing. So let's go back in. We will take it out, of DVR mode. The M is manual. This is supposed to let you switch it to car mode manually. The other thing about car mode is the next setting here. This, it's set to 1 minute. Basically, it will take a 1 minute video and then write that, and then take another 1 minute video, 1 minute video, after 1 minute video. The idea is, if it fills up the memory, it then deletes the oldest 1 minute video and writes the newest into that space. So you've got this long circular thing. In practice, what I have found is once the video card starts to get full, the automatically turning on function doesn't quite work properly anymore. It will fail the first time, and what I have found is I unplug the camera from my cigarette lighter, plug it back in, and then it goes. So there's a little bit of glitch there. But hey, nothing's perfect. And as you saw, you can have different size videos. So if you're driving and somebody has an accident in front of you, you can have a 1-minute video or a 5-minute video, and so on. Bitrate, leave it high. Again, this goes back to quality. Scene mode. You've got normal, vivid, and low light. On a bright sunny day, I set it to vivid because the colors look better. If you're out, of course, late evening, low light, you'll want low light. Low light is not night vision, but it does get you a little bit better video. And then normal, what I have found is if I want to leave it in my car, driving day and night, and I don't want to keep switching back and forth, leave it at normal. And then default video settings is just a way to reset everything. Okay, I'll just quickly go over time-lapse mode in case you ever want to use that. To get time-lapse mode, push, select the functionality, drill in, arrow around, that's time-lapse. The settings, back in, remember this button is how you drill down. Now, resolution, I've maxed out the resolution for quality. Field of view, just as before, it's a form of digital zoom, sucks. Exposure, you can over or underexpose. Sequence interval is the most interesting thing. This tells the camera how much time between each picture. You can go half second to 1 picture every minute. So we'll set it for 1 second. Now, if I start it up, it is taking 1 picture a second. This is also useful in a car if you're driving down the road, but you've seen my videos. So, I don't know if you ever want to play with it. Push here to stop. Now, this is a suction cup. Pretty straightforward. Loosen it up, and you can set it very adjustable. When you have it in position, tighten it down, you're good to go. So let's say the table is your windshield. To attach the suction cup, first go here, this lever, have it forward, put your thumb where it says press, and press. Then take this lever, pull it back, and this sucker, pun intended, is clamped. To unclamp, that down first, and then you will have to, you'll notice there is a little thing here. Put your finger under it, peel up. Nobody said it would be easy. There you go. It's quite effective, but make sure you don't put it on the outside of your vehicle, as I've seen some people do on YouTube. This is the remote control. This will be very handy when you want to record yourself horseback riding, because with the camera either on the shoulder mount or on your helmet, you don't want to be fumbling for the buttons. This goes around your wrist, and it's really quite easy. Right now, for illustrative purposes, I've got it for video camera. As I mentioned before, push the button, and now it's flashing red light, it's recording. You see the countdown here. That's how you do it from the camera. To use the remote, push and hold for a second. Sorry, I didn't push and hold long. You have to push and hold for like 2 seconds here. Now you see it's flashing green. Now, you push the S and hold to start to fire it up. At this point, if I push the S once, notice it's green. There you go. To stop the camera, square button, and notice the remote is flashing red now, just as the LED is flashing red on the camera. Push once, and you stop the camera. And it's like I say, it's meant to operate the camera when it's on your head or your shoulder. You can play with this to find out what the range is. One thing about the remote, as I mentioned before, you push and hold it to power it on. There is no way to turn it off. You just leave it flashing green, and eventually it switches itself off. As far as I can tell, anyway. Finally, this is the shoulder mount. And I just wanted to quickly give you an easy way to remember how this goes on. What you want to do, the easiest way, note this is where the camera clips in. So take this, put the shoulder mount so that the inside is up, and by inside I mean there we go. The inside has the wavy line. This is going to go against your body. So think of that as the inside, and that's the outside. So you put it so that the inside is up. That's one. And two, this is the camera mount. It goes to your bottom right. So you set it like this, and then what you do is you take your hands and grab like this. Think of yourself as grabbing from the inside like that, and you would do it the same with this hand.